Don't watch. Engage yourself with reading Quran, understanding Quran. Read one hadith a day, إخوان. تفضل كان قبلك أحد.
لو أحد عمل له سحر هل يجوز الاستعانة بالسحر؟
لا، الراجح ما يجوز. الراجح ما يجوز الاستعانة بالسحر على فك السحر. وإن أفتى بهذا بعض العلماء، لكن هذا الرأي المرجوح للأدلة العامة الناهية عن السحر. والحرام لا يفك بالحرام. That it is not permissible. The question is, if someone is afflicted with magic, is it permissible to seek help from magicians to do it? The correct opinion, no, because the ulama said, including Imam Ahmad and others, only a magician knows how to do it. So that means that we have to go to a magician to seek help for that, and it's not correct. And you can't use haram to treat haram. Like, for example, alcohol. A lot of medicines, I want to mention to you, a lot of medicines have alcohol. We can't use alcohol medicine. And that applies not only to pharmacists, it applies to all of us. Some cough medicines have alcohol. You can even feel it. It has a kick in it. And the alcohol we can't, because the Prophet ﷺ was asked, can you treat with alcohol? He said, you can't treat with haram. You can't treat magic with haram. Now, tafadhal.
You mentioned about the demonstration.
No.
So could you please give us evidence from a hadith?
No, I'm not supposed to give you evidence. You're supposed to give me evidence.
Let me finish that. So in a Saturday, for example, Middlesbrough, 2,500, they would for demonstration. That wasn't happened since decades. So what's haram in Islam in this
And what good is
situation?
it? What good is it?
I mean, I wanted to finish it. If you go to the kafir to
we don't want a second lecture, brother. If you want to finish.
No,
But you don't want lecture and then
as a wali against you, that's okay. But they are.
So what? Wali.
I mean, if I went with him, so to back me against you in this case.
What kafir?
Yeah, if I went to him to seek help,
But demonstration is okay.
No, to seek help like the other people do,
Yes.
or other governments. That's the disaster. But in this case, they are with you. So what's wrong in this? And thirdly and lastly, you have to ask those who have knowledge. If you don't know, but if I know it, why do I have to ask? وَسُرَةِ الذِّكْرِ كُنْتُمْ فَتَعَلَمُونَ. شكرا.
What do you know?
Thank you.
In any issue or in issue of demonstrations
What
particularly?
I have said, because you said always,
Knowledge is only.
you always going too much to ask scholars in every aspect.
I didn't say in every aspect.
That's what I understood.
No, I'm talking about crisis, brother.
Sorry for that.
That's okay. I'm talking about crises. Crisis. Who can, from us, when crisis happens that afflicts a lot of Muslims, can say, I know the answer? Who amongst us? I don't know. Me, I can't say. Because it's to do with blood of the Muslims. How many of us can weigh everything and say, this is the right way? And it's better for us to remove that responsibility so that the ulama, the kibar ulama, the big ulama carry that responsibility. Because they are the ones who are the ones who supposed to give that. And I'm not supposed to give you evidence for demonstrations. You're supposed to, or whoever says it's okay to do, they're supposed to give me evidence, because we don't have it in Islam. So for example, I say, Salatul Dhuhr, 4 rak'ah. 4 rak'ah. I say, 5 rak'ah is not allowed. Someone says, bring me evidence that 5 is not allowed. Am I supposed to bring evidence, or he is supposed to bring evidence? If he says 5 rak'ah is okay, he is supposed to bring me evidence. Me, I'm not. Because the ulama said, عَدَمُ الدَّلِيلِ هُوَ الدَّلِيلِ. We don't have it, ikhwan. Until this time. This time is a very strange time. Many strange things appeared in our time, including demonstrations. Demonstrations, men mixing with women. Fine, mashallah, because it's for good thing, good cause. So it's okay to mix with them. I've never seen demonstration separated. Maybe you have, I haven't. Men this side, women this side, mashallah. I've never seen that. Have you seen?
They are shopping everywhere by their own.
Shopping?
Yes, nobody will.
Who is shopping?
Muslim girls, Muslim women.
So it's okay to mix.
Muslim wives.
It's okay to mix.
Not talking about it's okay, but they are shopping.
No, but that's what you're eating too, or what?
No, what's your opinion in this case?
My opinion?
Yeah,
Shopping is not demonstration, my friend.
But same, still by.
Okay.
Not
Shopping is like demonstration. We're all together walking in one street.
Sometimes there's nobody in the shop, and she entered the
So that means we can mix, is alright.
No, not saying alright.
But what are you saying? Tell me. What are you saying?
You mentioned mixing.
You're mentioning mixing. You're saying they're in the shop, so it means what we can mix?
I cannot answer.
You can't because you are in the corner, you don't have an answer. You cannot mix because...
But they are shopping.
Who's shopping? They're shopping, they're staying away from men and they're shopping. You comparing it to a demonstration when they're walking next to men and talking to them.
They can go behind if you don't.
Oh, halal demonstration.
So what's wrong with that?
So everything is wrong with that.
They go behind.
What is the good of it, brother?
I mean...
What is the good?
Because they are not harming us, these people.
How they are not harming? They are. They are harming us.
Since decades, the BBC editor says, since decades, listen, but this
MashaAllah.
Yeah, I mean...
Sheikh BBC said, we can't.
There's other questions, inshallah. Some of the sisters are waiting and some of the sisters have to leave.
He can stop me if you like.
I'm
stopping you then.
He can't stop me.
Yeah, I stopped you.
That's it. Yeah.
Shukran.
I can't say.
In the past, someone wore a taweez. How do you get rid of it? Bin it. If it doesn't have Quran, if it has Quran, burn it. Don't bin it. You can't bin part of mushaf or mushaf. I read, I think, that you burn it, yes. But someone told me you throw it in the river. Yani some ulama said it. But if it doesn't have Quran, you bin it in the safest bin possible. If you have a few bins, choose the biggest one. Is it true that when wearing surma, what's surma? Kuhl, okay. Kuhl for the eyes, it's sunnah and good for the eyes. It's true. It's one of the things I thank the questioner that I forgot to mention. Kuhl is good for men and women for the eyes. Now, for the eyes, especially before you go to bed. To do it 3 times in the right, 3 times in the left. The Prophet ﷺ used to do it, and the Sahaba used to do it. And of course, the women used to do it. But not to go beautified in the street and show unless you're wearing something to cover for the women. But it's good to do for the husband. To beautify, for beautification. Now, how do you know which ulama and sheikh to trust? I mean, if you have a question and ask someone like ulama or sheikh, then how do we know what they say is correct? You choose and you look at the ulama. You know, Ikhwan, sometimes, subhanAllah, I'm shocked. You know, when we want bread, do we go and buy bread from any shop? Bread, we want bread, good bread. We want French baguette. One brother says, you know that shop, they sell the best French baguette. So we say, mashallah, it will only take me 15 minutes to drive there. We drive. We buy the French baguette, we come back. When it comes to deal, anyone will do, some people say. No, we look. We choose. When we have dental pain, do we choose any dentist? The neighbor brings some pliers and says, don't worry, I'll help you. So no, thank you very much. I have a dentist. He's been recommended to me. He comes highly recommended. The scholars have more right to be searched about. You look, you ask, you check which scholars really follow the sunnah. Which scholars don't follow emotions. Some people do a lecture and all of it is beating the table and shouting and no Quran sunnah. That's not a real scholar. Yes, he's a speaker, but we have lots of speakers. Lenin could speak very well. But we need scholars who tell us and teach us the haqq. Otherwise, what's the point of sending Prophet Muhammad ﷺ if we are just using emotions? If someone says you are affected by jinn and need treatment, can you trust them? If they know the science, just like a doctor. If a doctor says you have this illness, then if they're doctors, generally you tend to trust them, unless it's your GP. Because most GPs, they say, I don't know about GPs here, GPs where I come from, they say, have paracetamol, eat fruit and walk. Say, mashallah. I could have saved myself 40 minutes waiting in the reception, and another 5-10 minutes sitting with you, an hour almost, just for you to tell me that, mashallah. And you learned 7 years, you studied for that. Because most illnesses, antibiotic, paracetamol. Mashallah, that's easy one. So if someone knows that signs, because generally, brothers and sisters, the sign is, if someone is afflicted with jinn, if you start reciting the Quran, that place will start shaking. Or they will have some reaction, even after a while. After a while. Me personally, I tried a few times. I don't recommend for those of you who are easily agitated, because you might run out of the room. Sometimes people start abusing you, and they start telling you to stop reciting. That's a sure sign that it's not them speaking, it's the jinn speaking. Sometimes they start shaking and so on. So if the people know the signs, they can tell you. Could hijama work for severe backache? Of course. It's been tried and tested and does work for severe backache. Is this practiced in this country? Of course, we have, alhamdulillah, brothers who practice it. If not, which countries? Even in Leicester we have a sister who does it for sisters. And to be honest, in some countries, can anyone do it, or professional only? Not anyone can do it, believe me. Don't try and kill someone. Don't use someone like experiments. Ooh, let me try a hijama on you. Because it's very dangerous if you don't know how to do. You can, because some people have conditions, medical conditions, which you have to be aware of. The person has to be trained at least basically. In some countries, Muslim countries, they do a week-long course. And they give you a proper certificate and everything. If you're in doubt, don't do it. If you don't know, don't do it. It's better if you don't do it than someone, because the Prophet ﷺ said, who is not known for tibb, who is not known for medicine, and